Pressure test a gas line for about 24 hours and confirm zero pressure drop before scheduling your inspector, so their check reflects a stable, leak-free system. For a reliable schedule, pressurize to the code-required test pressure and note the initial gauge reading. Then leave the system isolated for approximately 24 hours while the pressure gauge remains visible. Any measurable drop signals a leak that needs immediate locating and repair. Use a calibrated analog or digital gauge with a resolution of at least 1 pound per square inch to catch small losses. Cheap gauges can mask slow leaks. Secure all temporary plugs, valves, and test fittings with thread tape plus a joint compound rated for gas to prevent test fitting failures, and torque fittings to manufacturer specs rather than hand tight. If you use an inert test medium, such as nitrogen, verify cylinder purity and include a regulator with a relief valve set above test pressure to prevent overpressurization. For systems with meters or downstream appliances, isolate the meter with a blinding plate or a test tee and cap the appliances. Never rely on appliance shutoff valves alone. Log pressure readings at set intervals. Immediately after pressurizing, at 3 hours, at 12 hours, and at 24 hours. So you have documented stability to show the inspector. If you see any drift, repressure test after repairs and repeat the logging cycle. For long runs or low pressure systems, perform a soap bubble or electronic sniff test along joints and at transitions while under pressure, concentrating on soldered joints, flare fittings, and polyethylene to metal transitions. If you must schedule an inspection sooner than 24 hours, communicate the exact pressurization time and provide a continuous record gauge or signed log so the inspector can accept a shortened hold time when allowed by local code. One of the most common mistakes is trusting an unreadable or low-resolution gauge. This causes missed slow leaks. Fix it by using a calibrated gauge with clear markings and keeping a written pressure log. One of the top issues is failing to properly isolate the meter or downstream appliances, which yields false pressure loss readings. Correct this by installing a secure test tee or blind flange and confirming isolation with the gas utility if required. One of the frequent errors is scheduling the inspector immediately after pressurizing and not allowing the system to stabilize, producing inconclusive inspections. Avoid that by holding pressure for about 24 hours, verifying zero drop at multiple checkpoints, and sharing your documentation with the inspector before arrival. BigHomeProjects.com lists licensed local gas fitters and inspectors so homeowners can compare profiles and read verified reviews before scheduling a pressure test and inspection. Contractors use BigHomeProjects.com to find vetted work leads and showcase pressure testing expertise, making inspections smoother and faster.